Hey guys, Rich Pasini from RJPasini.com coming to you today to just talk a little about this Emerson Research radio. I believe it's an alarm clock type of radio. I just want to talk a little about it, tell you the ins and outs about it, its features, and the condition of it, and the flaws it has with it, and as to why it does what it does. I'm going to just discuss that really quick with you guys. This is the Emerson Research radio. It's for an iPod, I believe it's for the iPhone, the older one. If you could look at the connector in there, okay. And prior to putting these items up on, doing demo videos, I always like to test them out ahead of time. And I found out that, well, for one thing, let's talk about the condition. The overall condition on this item is pretty clean. Outside over here, you got like a little mark over here. I don't know what that is in there. I don't want to play around with it. I don't know if it's a little dirt mark. And I tried cleaning it out with a little brush. I don't want to get near because these are the speakers. So that's number one. You got a little flaw over here. But it doesn't affect the speaker, though. I just want you to know that. I don't know what that is. I tried getting, cleaning it out, and I don't know what it is. So anyway, we got that going on. The overall condition is pretty clean. Okay, overall condition is clean, I have to honestly say. Like that. And this here, let me just see something here, folks. Okay, yeah, that's just a button. No, that's just okay. I just want to make sure what those were back there. That's just the screws, in case I forgot something. Here's all your presets over here. Your well, these are the function buttons here. Your on, off, power on, off, DBBS. I don't know what that is. An iPod. This says iPod auxiliary buzzer. Maybe you put the iPod in there, folks. I'm not sure. Maybe this is for the iPod. I'm sorry. I probably said iPhone, but iPod. I'm not really sure. There's no documentation on this here. I'm going to see if I can pull the specs off the the internet and see if I can put on this where you could have something to look at and research, or at least give you a link to read the user guide and manual on this here. It takes 6 C batteries. Okay, and you would put them back in here. Now, when you open up here, because I like to do these things live, folks, just to show you. I'm going to move the webcam down here, because I don't like, you know what it is, folks? The reason why I do this is I don't want people to be surprised, you as a buyer, getting the item, and you become very surprised and say, wow, look at this thing. The back of it's pretty clean. I had to just clean it out with a little cleanser. It had a little dirt on there, like a little rust mark. There were 6 C batteries in here, the smaller ones, not the D's, the big ones. And you will notice that it does have kind of like a rust look on it, rusty. It's a little rusted over there, but the batteries do work. It does work in there. You can see this thing here. This didn't have any water or anything. I think by condensation or moisture in the air, that's might have caused it, because I didn't see any battery acid explosion here or anything like that. When I took out the batteries, they were clean. Matter of fact, they all tested out pretty good. So we got that going on there. I'm going to have to use a pen to get this open here. Again, like I said, this takes 6 C batteries, those sizes, 6 of them, 3 on each side, of course. And this one here, just have to bend that over here. It takes 2 AA batteries. I guess that's your battery backup. And I guess this here, of course, is if you want to just use it without the AC adapter. It does come with an AC adapter, so please keep that in mind. I'm going to show you. It's right next to me, as you can probably see it in the video itself. Okay. Here's the thing now, what I found with this radio, as far as my personal opinion. I noticed, like this button here, I don't know what functionality is on it, because again, this is not mine. This is pre-owned. I don't own it. I don't know all the ins and outs about it. But I noticed when I power this, it says power on. It looks like it's on, and when you go like that, it's supposed to go up. But I don't know if because right underneath here, it has off, but it says off for the alarm on, for the alarm. So I don't think this is a faulty switch, but don't quote me on it, folks. But I'm looking over here. When it's down, it says power on, and I think this turns off the alarm. So because it says off, I guess when it's up in the up position, and then when it's down, then the alarm, and then when it's up in position, I think it's off. I think, and then when it's down, it's on the on position. But this button here is for these things here. These are what you see listed here. Okay, you see what I'm talking about. All right, folks. I don't think it's functionally anything wrong with the radio as far as that part goes. I don't know. This is not I don't own it. And again, here's your presets. The presets do work. I did test it before before I started this video. Okay, so that's what you got going on. That's the back of it, of course. All right. And it's got over here jacks for auxiliary in and phones for your headphones right there. Okay. You can see it, auxiliary in headphones. All right. So that's what we got going on. If anybody wants to do research on it, I'll put this up here so you can see the model. I will put that in the description too, just in case you want to see it. That's the model number on there. Okay, that's what it is. Emerson Research. Okay. Now I'm going to plug it in here. It comes also with the AC adapter. Okay, it comes with the AC adapter. So I'm going to plug it in. And again, now here's the thing, folks. FM, I don't think is working properly. And I'll say, and the reason I tell you is because when I click the FM button, all you see is it going back and forth. It looks like it's in a scan mode, but it's not. So keep that in mind if you do buy this item. FM is not going to work with this, I don't believe. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the antenna comes all the way out. I don't think it screws into anything. I think it might have just came loose, or looks like, looking at the antenna, looks like there's some kind of a pin that would go in there. See over here? Looks like it would go in the pin and the pin would push through. I don't know. I didn't take it apart. Nobody, as far as I know, took it apart. That's just the way it is. As far as I know, even without the antenna, the thing does play. But again, FM, remember folks, if you do buy this here, please don't buy the item and say, I bought that radio from you and the FM don't work. I'm telling you right now, the FM don't work on it. So you might be saying, well, what am I going to do with it if it's FM? Well, at least you get an AM on there. The AM comes in nice and clean as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's a little static because I'm in an area, I'm not too far from the hospital over here, and it's got a zillion antennas on it and satellite dishes all over the place. So I don't get the greatest reception around here. So keep that in mind. It also determines your area, you know. I don't know how far you are from certain radio stations or whatever, but I'm in the East Coast here in New York. So whatever radio station I get, that's the closest one I get. That's what I listen to. So I'm going to plug it in back here. The AC power adapter plugs in here. Okay. I have an extension cord over here keeping my desk. I don't always keep my desk. I only do demos and intro videos. So I'm going to plug it in. And as you can see, let's move that over there. As you can see, it powered up. Okay. You can see it powered up. All right. I don't want this to be too long, folks, so I'm going to get ready to cut this short. Again, I'm going to power it on here. Okay. This is the AM. Now, AM will come in. Let me just tune it up. Let's see if we get a raise.
Email state licensing rules.
An order in Louisville, thanks. In California, a teenage driver was arrested after she was involved in a fatal crash while live streaming on Instagram.
Okay. All right, there you go. So you can see it works, okay, and it comes in pretty good. And not only that, let's see if we get this over here. Let's move it to the little station. Okay. Now look, I'm going to take the antenna out. Check this out. So it still plays. All right. So just keep that in mind, folks. When you put on the, when I put on FM, I'm going to put the FM. Watch what the FM does. Now let's see here. Hold on for a second, folks. Let me see here. Okay, that's what the FM does. See, it goes back and forth. I don't know if that has anything to do with the antenna. I don't see the light going on here, the FM stereo light. See it, folks? I'll try to get it where you can see it, folks. I'm sorry. I got a lot of glare in here for some reason. I don't know. But see what happens? That's what happens there, folks. The FM goes a little crazy. See it? And I can see it a little better. See what happens? You would think it was scanning, but it ain't scanning. So the FM is a little messed up on this part. But just keep that in mind. You know, people may say, well, you're selling something that's not 100% working. But you know what? I look at it this way. If you want to buy it, if you want to keep it in your shop, you want to put it in the garage as a work radio. I didn't want to get rid of it. I think, like I said, it still has some use to it, even though you only get the the FM in there. If you put your iPod in there, you could put your own music in there. The presets do work as far as that part goes. I believe you could set the alarm clock. These are all your presets here. So you can set the clock. You can set it to go off. As far as I know, everything seems to work on that. Okay. So that's what you got to think about as far as that part goes. If a person says, well, I don't like to listen to the AM, I want to listen to FM. All right, then this radio ain't for you then. Okay, so you might want to just, say, okay, it's been nice, check a nice video out, and it's time to go, move on. It's not for me. And that's understandable. I don't expect you to buy something that's not 100%, but that's what it is. That's the part that's going on. But again, keep in mind, the AM does work fine. If you want to keep it, I'm not going to sell this for a top dollar. So if you want to buy like I said, if you want to buy a radio as a knockaround radio, you want to keep it in your shed. You want to keep it in your garage, your workstation, your work area where you work. You got a little work area. You want to keep it in there just as a radio, a secondary radio. That's fine. But this is what we got going on, folks. Again, it takes 6 C batteries, which are not included. I don't include batteries with this, folks, as some of you may know that do follow me on here. And it takes 2 AA batteries. And the reason why I can't include batteries with this is because I use those batteries for my own testing purposes, and if I keep giving them out, then I'll have to be buying batteries for myself as well. And then, it costs money. Batteries ain't that cheap, no matter where you get them. But anyway, that's what we got going on. Just remember, FM, as of now, does not work. I don't know if it's because the antenna. Remember, the antenna comes out. Okay, I did not play with this here. I did not break it. All right, that's how I got it. I thought it looked nice when I seen it. I said, you know what? When you're buying things, or you pick things up from thrift stores or whatever, if they give it to you, you don't know the conditions. You actually bring it home. They have power receptacles. You can test it out and stuff, but I don't recall testing this 100%. So that's what happens, But otherwise, this is what we got going on, folks. If you have any questions on this radio and you're interested in it, again, just remember, FM don't work and the antenna pops out, but it still plays. I'll show you one more time. It still plays without the antenna in there. Now this is AM, okay? So here we go.
That's why I like to tell you about Avalara's powerful tax automation
This is
technology.
a volume.
Avalara simplifies sales tax and other business taxes with real-time tax rate calculations.
So it does play without it plays without the antenna.
Avalara's software
All right.
already integrates with.
Again, I don't know how it came out like that. I don't think anybody did it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And regards to the power button, you might say, well, how come you still hear the static sound? You still hear that? Hear it? Okay. Now I don't know. Okay, I guess if you hit that button, that shuts it off here. Okay. Hear it? It's off. Again, I don't know how the radio works 100%. This is not my radio. Okay. So apparently, I guess this one here is the power button for the radio right here. See when it says buzzer? Look. You hear the static one, the sound? Hear it? Let me see something here. Oh, that's for the FM. That's why. Let's see.
Alert puts the power of control.
Okay. But that's why things shuts off. This one here, when you lift this up, this button here, and you pop this up,
Making your electric
the
service
radio
easier
goes
to
on.
manage.
When you hit this one down, and you hit that button, it seems to power off. Okay? So just keep that in mind, folks. But anyway, this is the first time come to my YouTube channel. My name is Rich Pasini from rjpasini.com. I do sneak peek videos, demo videos, and intro videos. I sell pre-owned and new merchandise. The majority of the stuff I have is pre-owned, but I do come across new items every now and then. I offer 100% money-back guarantee on the items I sell. You never have to worry about making any purchase with me because, like I said, if something doesn't work, please send it back within 30 days. The only thing I ask, folks, if you don't mind, is as a buyer, the way I send it to you, the condition I send it to you in, please send it back to me the same way. If it's been wrapped, packaged nice, can you send it back to me like that? And the only reason why I'm stating this, folks, is because in the past I had sent out a printer to a buyer, and the buyer later on, like after 3 weeks into owning it, just before the last week before the expiration was the 30-day expiration, I call it, was up. The buyer decided didn't want it, didn't even test it out or anything, just had it. It's like they picked it up, they put it in the side of the house or whatever, they left it there. They had some kind of reason why. I don't know if there was a person that got sick in the family, which is understandable. I don't know if they had a loved one that got sick, if I don't remember 100%. And they never got around to testing it out or whatever, checking it. And it works because, like I said, I did a video on it. But long story short, they did take it out for whatever reason. I don't know why they took it out if you weren't going to test it out and use it. And then they must have put it back in a box. And when they sent it back to me, it wasn't properly packaged. And it got damaged during return shipping. And now I had to put it up for parts not working. It was a good functional printer. All it needed was ink. You know, you just all you had to do is invest money in ink cartridges, and the thing would have been perfect. It would have worked great. But the buyer, like I said again, sent it back to me, didn't properly package it, and it got damaged. So that's the end result of that. And it's the same thing with this, folks. If you buy this thing from me, this item from me, please, if it's wrapped up, packaged well, nice, and stuff like that, where it protects it from getting any damages or anything like that, please send it back to me the same way. That's all I ask. But guys, I hope this works out for you. I hope you got some information out of this here. That it'll give you a little insight as far as the item I'm selling. And I hope it helped out. That's all I can say. And if you like what I do with these videos, please subscribe to my channel. Anytime I do new videos or I talk about different topics or whatever, for right now, a good majority of it is eBay stuff. I talk about eBay related stuff, but sometimes I cover other things. If you look at all of my other videos I have. So, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like what I do with these videos, please give them the thumbs up. And that's basically it, folks. I hope this helped out in any way. If you got any questions about this item I just showed you today, please message me through the eBay messaging system, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions you have. Thanks again, guys. I'll talk to you in the next video. You take care. Have a great day. Bye now.